Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Blackout Gaming TV. We're coming to you live here from the Blackout Gaming TV Mumble to bring you a new cast, a new Sixes cast for this phase. We're leaving Highlander behind. Don't worry, we will return, but we're going to start with some Sixes here. I'm Raishi. With me in the casting booth tonight is Kinch, who we've borrowed from XTV for tonight, and of course on the camera is old faithful John1155 himself. Tonight, we are bringing you a Division 2 6v6 game from ETF2L, Season 15, sponsored by Blackout Gaming, and it's going to be between Saints and Hörn. We're not quite sure how to say that, so we're just going to call them the Horn for the rest of the game, because none of us are Scandinavian and can't talk it.
Not necessarily.
Speak it. Yes.
Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's a pretty interesting team name.
So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of the Saints roster and then let Kinch run with the Horn roster. So with Saints we've got On Kaja on Medic, Smear on Demoman, Izon on Pocket, Caps on Roma, Hank on Scout, and Denier on Scout.
Now over on the Horn team, we have currently in-server Hörn P on Scout, something Thunderstorm on Medic, Deathlighter on Scout, couple of people running around here on other teams. We also have Arvines, Chippy, and Buell currently on the demo map. Pretty interesting roster right now.
No, that's wrong. Hang on.
Crap.
Yes. You got the wrong classes.
Well, okay.
I've got Inko on Medic, Chippy on Pocket, Bull on Roma, Arvians on Scout, Herpy on Scout, and Deathlighter on Demo. I don't know if that's right or not. But yeah.
Well, sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. Okay, thanks, John. Excellent. So yeah, this is a Division 2 match. One of the highest games played today. There's another couple of Div 2 matches, and there's a Prem game between Revolution, Lametta Game, and I can't remember. Cracklan. That's who it is. And that's being hosted by our friends over at Vanilla TV. So thanks for sticking with us. If you're watching this rather than that, it's real nice of you, because probably going to be a little bit better cast over there with a much higher division game. But we're going to try our best here, aren't we, Kinch? I think.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do, even though we're sort of thinking a little bit different. You know, going across the Atlantic and all that jazz. But yeah, it's CP Badlands tonight. Very good old school map for Sixes. Pretty much been in the rotation since forever. One of the smaller last points to defend on this particular map. A couple of different routes you can go into for this one. So I'll be interested to see how these teams handle setting up their pushes into last, if they can make the correct picks and plays and all that. Should be a good one.
Yeah, I'm also interested to see what your opinions are on the differences between the American style of play and the European style of play, because of course you are a caster for XTV, you cast ESEA Open, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So I'm interested to see what you think, like, you know, whether, because the main complaint that the Americans have, as far as I can work out from browsing different forums, is that we park the bus too long, because the time rules park the bus if we're winning. So
yeah, it's a pretty common complaint on our side about the rule sets for European. Although personally, I tend to hold a contrarian opinion that I prefer the EU rules over the NA rules, simply because for each map it's 30 straight minutes of TF2 action. Even though, yes, there is some parking of the bus, you do get that full halftime in the NA rule set, and a lot of times that just sort of gives a break in the action that you don't really need. I just rather say we play on for the full 30 minutes, win, lose, or draw.
That's fair enough. I like 30 minutes. I don't think I wouldn't want to play with the NA rules, although they do make some sort of sense. But so do the EU. Probably a mix of both would probably be the best, but that's not going to be implemented anytime soon by either league. So yeah, but like, what about different things like different mid strats? I'm sure the Americans must do things differently. We can't all play exactly the same.
Yeah, for the North American side, we typically, the standard rollout nowadays is running through the valley. Generally, you just dive down through the drop down at get your second point, run through Valley, and then you sort of bomb either way to the left, or you take the right, which will respectfully call Water Closet. There's a different non-PG name for the little house off to the right on the Valley side. So running the Valley is a pretty good option for any situation, really. So I'm not really sure. I haven't seen a recent EU cast. Have y'all gone to the Valley, or are you still running around Claws?
I would say, well, I know definitely in a lot of the lower divisions, 4, 5, and 6, it's pretty much all you just come through house. Your demo comes through house, your pocket generally comes through house, but I'm not 100% certain on what the higher divisions do. I think it's very shaken up. They can do a lot of there's a lot of different pushes onto Badlands mid, so it really depends what they're feeling like at that moment. But it looks like we've got, I don't know, that I've not still got 4 people.
Yeah, we're still blipping. We're still waiting on a couple of people. And just to make a comment on the house rollout, that's usually the first rollout that you'll learn when you start up in competitive 6s, but what we've seen in the past few seasons on the North American side is teams now start to get to the mid-fight so quickly that you can get, if you try to run through the house, you can get locked out pretty quickly, and it's such a confined space that when you get bombed, it's generally a death trap if you are slow in the least bit.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going live.
Are we?
Moment. I see Good Luck have funds at the moment.
Yeah, they've got 1, but there's still 5 on red team.
Oh, that's a problem. So, false alarm right there, sorry.
Yeah, so, but I've always found the house rollout to be, it gives you better positioning, whereas walking up that, as a medic, I find walking up the hill just absolutely terrifying, because I can't see what's coming at me, because of the big post of rock in the way. And I just feel like I'm going to get bombed, so it feels scarier, but I suppose it is a lot better than trying to walk out the door of house and try and get behind the train. And
Yeah,
of course,
definitely.
you've always got that possibility of a scout coming out of Water Closet or Shithouse. I'm just going to call it Shithouse because I will forget halfway through the game, and we're not too bothered about swearing particularly, I don't think.
No.
Especially as
Fair
that's
enough.
basically what it's called by everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I can understand your feelings. Being a medic, it's generally when you come up the left side, it's generally a walk of faith that you come up there. You're basically hoping that your team is able to zone out the other team's soldiers, make sure that they don't bomb into you, so then you can run around behind the train and get into good positioning to set up your next push. A lot of times, what you'll see, because when you go through the valley, it gives you a couple options when you start making that walk up. You can either go behind the train, as mentioned, or if you need to get out in a hurry, you can run through the house. But definitely a lot of options provided by that valley rollout, so I'll be interested to see if these teams are able to utilize that well.
Yeah, there's a couple of demo man. Just going to mention the demo man here, of course. Generally, from what I've seen, demo man seem to always go house, and then they can either go, well, not always, but general, just sort of test the waters as you go house, and then you can either come straight out onto train, or you can go balcony, and that gives you probably the best coverage, as you can see, almost the entire mid, and have the ability to spam out wherever, spam your stickies wherever is necessary. I think.
Exactly.
I think we'll definitely be seeing quite a lot of that, whereas the demo man perhaps maybe not going valley, but meeting up with his med who is going valley.
Yeah, definitely a lot of flexibility for the Delman, since they are generally the first class to mid. What you'll see a lot of times is whichever demo man is going to be first will generally be the first one to walk out, and then the second one will probably rotate over to the balcony off to the right of house, provide a lot of options for each side to sort of lay down the suppressive fire. Definitely a very good map for 6s. Like, as previously mentioned, it's been in the rotation forever, and you don't get there on accident. So now let me pose a question to you, Ryushi, if you got a moment. I know last season you guys, on the 6s front, reintroduced some unlocks for competitive 6s, so I was just wondering what your feelings are in terms of some of these different weapons that have been at the NA playstyle for a while.
I think with the list that we've got now, I think we have the best whitelist in the world. think it's almost exactly the same as the Oz Fortress one, and basically, I think nothing else really needs to be unlocked. Yeah, there are a load of things that you unlock over in America, like uh, Man, other sticky bomb launcher, Scottish resistance, but how often do things like that get used? I think we've got the best unlocks allowed. They allow for a faster gameplay, such as Equalizer and no, not the Equalizer, the Escape Plan and the Pain Train and things like that. I think
Right.
obviously the build ability of a scout as well, because of the Boston Basher being unlocked, is so much more viable than a build with a soldier. A soldier, of course, if you build, you leave him with deficient ammo loaded and quite a large amount of health lost. So, whereas with a scout, he can just build with the Boston Basher, and it won't really matter, particularly if he gets surprised, if him and his medic get surprised.
Right.
So
right.
I think these unlocks are really good for ETF2L, in my opinion. They make the game much more interesting. Definitely, I mean gunboats. God, I hate gunboat soldiers. Just bombing in, you're screwed. Well, not always,
Yep.
but it's a lot scarier because instead of taking 60 damage, he's only taken 20.
Somewhere around there.
And if he's got a full buff, it's a lot scarier. Although he doesn't have that shotgun, he's probably not going to have time to use the shotgun anyway, even if he did have it. But it just keeps him alive just that little bit longer. And also, of course, he can always jump out and survive, which is even worse. Jump in, do a bit of damage, jump out, Rocket and Demonman come in and just clean you up. It's not a good feeling. But of course, it's great for roamers because they can have a lot more fun and do fancy jumps.
Yep, it's good philosophy, I think, how ETF2L handles the unlocks. It's more, like you said, a case of, does this unlock add to the game, and if so, add it, whereas over here in NA, it's, like you said, we got some weird stuff in the back that occasionally gets pulled out for trick plays. It's mostly a case of, does this break the game internally? If it doesn't, well, let's let it happen. Like, for a while, we had a sandwich for a little bit, and that was before they fixed the medium health kit glitch where you just throw it down and you walk over and you instantly get like a medium med kit. That eventually got banned, but other than that, pretty much, like you said, I'll agree, these unlocks are pretty much the best unlocks I would think for this particular playstyle.
Yeah, the Pain Train is so annoying for backcaps.
Definitely.
Ridiculous. But I think the sandwich, for example, you brought that up, that got banned when that glitch, or it wasn't a glitch, it was actually a feature of the sandwich before Valve decided it was overpowered and nerfed it. But why not unban it now? Because realistically, the heavy can't pick it up as a health pack. He has to eat it to gain health. Why not unban that now? As you've got, like you say, a load of other sort of gimmicky weapons that are used for crazy strats.
I think it's mostly a case of North American playstyle has really gotten beyond the heavy as a viable pushing class. Most of the time when you see the Fat Man come out in NA6s, he's defending last. He's setting up on, the dominant side of the point, and he's just basically there to suppress the roamer bombing in so he doesn't come in and, cause havoc. So I think it's a lot of case of, yeah, we could probably let it back in, but heavy's already so heavily unlock free. It's like, if you add this, then we're gonna have to add a whole bunch of other stuff to it, I think, is the point.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I've just seen our last player join the team, that's the Saints medic on Kaja, who apparently, according to chat, he got blue screened earlier, but he will play. So hopefully as soon as he joins, we're going to get started as possible, because I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good match.
It's always exciting when there's a new season of competitive TF2 ongoing, and this is the first week, I believe, so we're going to play 2 maps tonight, from what I hear. We have Badlands coming up first, and then we have CP Gully Wash, and that's going to be an interesting contrast of the 2 separate maps, 2 separate playstyles.
Yeah, I personally prefer Gully Wash, as I think it's better. It's almost a shorter map in certain cases, but still quite fun. Badlands, well, yeah, it is the archetypal 6's map, and incredibly fun to play. I just prefer Gully Wash altogether, and I think things like the drop down in Gully Wash onto mid, for example, I think we might see a bit of that coming out. Looks like we've got 12 players on the server now, 12 players in game. So hopefully, in fact, yeah, one's straight up readied up. So hopefully, yeah, we're getting good luck, have fun. So it's going to happen right now, hopefully.
We'll know in a few moments when the scores get reset to 0. So quick note, since we mentioned that the red medic is the one holding up the show, how do you think having the medic coming in cold turkey will affect this match?
As medic, I've always considered medic to be the easiest class to play, but I don't think it'll matter that much. But it looks like blue demo got to mid first. Red demo got to mid first. Blue's spamming from balcony here. We've got a couple of players going down there. Bull, the roamer goes down, and Hank, the scout, goes down for red. But blue have lost 2, red have lost 2. Frags being exchanged here, but it looks like blue are going to have to fall out as they've only got a scout and a medic up. Red already looking like they want to push forward through choke and try and get those kills. But already they've got a demo on second, trying to just spam out and stop blue from counter-attacking. But the Saints sitting in trash at the moment, they're combo in trash. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, that mid-fight, Red definitely got a better presence on the play. Both teams went to the house rollout, and that allowed, since the Red Devil was able to get there first, he was able to lay down the first bit of defensive damage, forced the Hörn team to fall back, and now they're currently set up defending last. They were able to keep their medic alive at this particular point, so they're going to have even Uber, so now we're going to have to sit and wait. What is the Saints team going to do to pick this in?
Well, there's no off-classing at the moment, so not going to be any like crazy spy play.
Soldier Sacrifice tried to get to the medic, tried to get a force, wasn't able to do so, so Cap's not able to basically sacrificed himself for naught. We'll see if he comes up in a moment as an off-classer.
Yeah, that could have been, of course, a sack and snipe or something. He's
here we go,
heavy.
here we go.
Oh, no,
here we go. I love the EU playstyle at the moment because pushing heavy is definitely a good strategy.
Back
All the
on
way back soldier. Darn.
Darn. That's annoying. I wanted to see that.
I definitely want to see that too. We see another off-classer for the Hörn team. They have brought out the Pyro. Definitely a good class to use to spy check. They've obviously got a little bit of paranoia once they realized that was a sacrifice play, so he's just running around spy checking all over the place. Pyro generally is good for keeping an Uber pinned in if they push in from the top right. So depending on which way Saints want to go, they're going to have to contend with that Pyro first thing. Can waste about 4 seconds on an Uber, and here we go. Another sacrifice for Cap.
The exact same thing there, and just got completely shut down. He didn't even get any damage at all on Inko. Red team are holding pretty far back though. They don't want to push. They're not really looking like. They're not even holding a forward position, which is really hard for both teams to get a kill. But Blue's pretty much stacking their last completely. Red are just sat out on Greybridge, not really doing anything. Oh no, they've moved. They're in top lobby now. They want to do something.
Yeah, but Caps has switched to heavy and he stayed heavy. Now here's the interesting tactic that you want to consider with heavy. Here comes the Uber push right here. Ubers are going to be exchanged in the top left. This doesn't seem to be a very good Uber right here. That was mainly to get the force to happen. Nothing is going to happen with that one.
Yeah, that was...
Not going to see a lot.
With Caps on heavy, that was just to remove that Uber, and then they're just going to walk the heavy in and just put so much damage down and just use him as completely as a tank. Him calling for medic though, Blue may have realized this is happening and they may try and counteract this. But
here comes Miley. He comes in right away. He's heavy, gets completely shut down on the top left side. Gets a couple of kills going for
Smear getting a 2 or 3k there, but Vian's coming in and cleaning up the players. There's 2 up for Red, and that's one of them's a spawner, so Blue going to try and push out here.
There's the scout, the last scout alive, tried to take out the medic, wasn't able to do so successfully. Stenny didn't have a whole lot of a whole lot of choices left, so he made the all-in play, wasn't able to get anything done. We're going to see the Hörn team push it out to second.
Yeah, they've recapped that second there. It was quite a nice defense from them there, and they're sort of holding again on Greybridge. Although Inko has huge Uber advantage, I'm not quite sure when Kaja went down. But they've got that 60% Uber advantage. Red holding really quite far back here, immediately just getting out as soon as they see this Uber come in. So that's just going to be a cap for Blue team onto the midpoint. And Red are just going to be able to repush this as soon as they get Uber.
Yep, but right now they have currently a sniper as a pick class. I'm not sure where he's going to be setting up. He's currently walking to Great Bridge. He's going to be looking the main choke line, trying to get a good shot right here. They want to wait for a pick right here to make sure that this Uber is going to work exactly. Because right now it's about a 50% Uber advantage. Actually, it's forced in right now onto the main point. They're going to try to flush this medic out right here. He gets taken down. They're going to be able to recap this point and probably push pretty far in here.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge Uber advantage for Onkaja there, as Inko's still got a 10-second respawn time. So it's going to be about 50%, and as soon as Red are... They're not really pushing second, but they know that
watch
that's
the roamer,
because
watch the
Blue
roamer
can't.
behind. Roamer tried to get in behind, tried to get a free pick on the medic. He's going to be standing on the point, and he's going to be suicide right here. That was chippy. Tried to make a play.
That allows Blue to sort of more defend second, but they're not doing that. They've only got a little bit of defense on it, looking like they just want to give it up and just go back to defending last, as they do have a huge Uber disadvantage, about 35%. So yeah, they've got their sticks on door, but they're not really defending. They're just looking like they want to get back on this last, which is of course a good point, an easier point to defend.
Well, the key thing to note with that roamer sacrifice is that allowed Blue Team to set up a forward hold in their upper lobby instead of backing up all the way to their last. That's going to give them a little bit of maneuverability. If they can go left, they can go right. They can pretty much take this red team down. Anyway, here comes an Uber pop right now from the red team. They're going to be going in the lower left side of Blue. Going to be getting a couple of kills right there. Chippy goes down. Not a really effective Uber. Pretty much wasted on that one soldier.
Yeah, pretty much. But of course, there wasn't really anyone watching last point. They were just watching entrances onto last point, Blue Team, as they had a pretty far forward hole in top lobby, which worked really well for them. But of course, a spy would have coming in, just sneaking past, would have completely destroyed it. But of course, Red Team weren't to know that. They can't do it. But now with Inko on 100% Uber advantage, Onkaja is holding really far back. Denia gets a nice body shot onto her P. And the Uber coming out here, coming out of drop down, Red Medic getting chased with his soldier onto the point. Oh, available. They're going to be able to cap this. They're not going to be able to cap this. They got almost a 50% there, but a couple plays going in, and Denia with a tank, in fact, with a cap. That was ridiculous. They just Blue all walked off the point there just at the last second.
Yeah, very crazy these pushes on to last. You have to leave somebody standing on the point, otherwise what you're going to see is Scout's going to walk on, and with the half cap, they pretty much were able to get that straight away for free.
Yeah, Blue Demo Man coming out house this time, whereas Red sat on the balcony. A Scout immediately going down for Red, but Blue losing a couple players, including their Demo Deathliger, but Smear also going down on Red Team, so that's Inko got taken down there by, so that's the medic down, so Red absolutely destroying this push, but Onkaja managing to get taken down there by Vians, so it's a med switch, so we might see a crits play coming out of Onkaja, as he wants to really get aggressive as soon as possible.
Yeah, that push, Red Team was able to go through Water Closet, able to catch out the Blue Team in, when they pushed House. They were able to basically out-DM them, but they were unable to keep their Red Medic alive for very long, so we're going to have a slight Uber advantage in favor of the Blue Team right here coming up, but Red Team currently holding midpoint right here. And right now, Inko is on regular Medigun, so it's going to be Uber on Uber right here.
Yeah, so I think Red perhaps could have capped second there if they'd been really aggressive, but it would have put a lot of their players out of commission, out of overextended, so they made the right decision. Inko coming in here with an 100% Uber though. He built that incredibly fast considering he went down quite early into that mid-fight. They're coming in, they're getting a couple of players, Smear and Caps, both going down there for Red, so that's no Roma and no Demo to make a play. So if we keep moving, it's going to be fun. Blue looking like they want to roll forward here. Onkaja's got 100% to defend this, but Spire, of course, such a hard point to defend with your Uber on the floor. They're looking like they want to get close. Demo overextending so far forward there. In fact, yeah, Onkaja gets forced there. He's taking a scout in, but gets blocked out by one of the other scouts. And Deathliger, the only one going down, which is of course the Blue Demo. Herpy getting cleaned up as well, but not really much frags being exchanged, just spam. Red just recapping there.
Yeah, blue team got really intimidated by that Uber push right there. They were able to... They basically sort of freaked out when they saw the medic come in, and they were able to walk the Uber up and sort of milk it for what it was worth. And like you said, Uber doing the scout, but now they're able to get onto Spire right here.
Yeah, red combo then immediately flanked through resub and tried to get in on the blue combo, which is blue combo is forced over on Grey Beige, not actually able to do anything, losing both scouts for red though. But of course, if you're coming through choke onto mid, scouts aren't really that helpful when you can just get spammed out. But red just giving it up there, even though they've got huge advantage, they know they want to push this. They want to push this as soon as possible because they've got 100% and they're coming straight in as soon as everyone's reloaded and buffed, taking their combo in maybe.
Yeah, but they have to wait for the scouts to catch up right here. They just respawned a few seconds ago, so they're going to be rotating through house in the meantime, try to provide as much cover for that medic as they can. You don't want to drop it here. Here comes the Uber push. They're going to Uber in the demo to start out, but then rotate to the soldier. And now they're going to get the medic caught out right here. Down goes Zinko in the house. He's going to be coming up in a little while. Heals are terrible right now for the Hörn team. Chippy and Death Leaguer, the demo, currently the only ones alive. They're going to have to evacuate the premises, and looks like they may actually get Death Leaguer caught out by Cap right there around the second point. And we're going to see the Saints team capture second. They're going to be set up to push last right away, I would think.
Yeah, Chippy just retreated there all the way to last, wasn't even going to try and make a play onto the red medic. And there's going to be about 30% Uber advantage here for red, so they're probably going to want to push this as soon as they get it. But there's a heavy up for blue, I heard that, which is Vians. There's no off-classing on red, so there's not looking for a play. They just want to standard Uber push this because they know they've got huge advantage.
Definitely, but you gotta also keep in mind the blue team is currently really stacked pretty far over there on that right side. There's 5 players on that side, and then 4 players, I should say, and just a scout and a soldier looking to the left side. If red team can realize this and detect that there's an imbalance on this team, they could probably push in on the left side and probably get a couple of pick plays in.
I'd like to point out Inko is building like a fucking boss, as he had a 30% disadvantage and has popped his 2 seconds after red popped theirs. So that was ridiculous there from him. Probably a scout build, I wasn't watching.
Yeah,
but,
definitely there was a scout build right there. They were able to actually zone out that Saints Ubercharge right there, able to take away Miley at the moment for the red team. So we're going to get a reset right here. Not enough picks for the Hörn team to push out at this particular point. So we'll have to wait and see what these guys want to do for the next push. No off classes at this particular point for the blue team right here. They're going to go to a standard 6s configuration. Red team also currently standard. So it's going to be a sit and wait.
Yeah, once again, stalemating. Again on this last point, which is exactly the same as last round, and we're in exactly the same position with Saints looking like they want to push in. Maybe running main this time. Their pocket's looking like he wants to go main, and yeah, it looks like they're following on. Kaj just got.
He's looking for traps right there. Now he's gonna set this up. Here we go.
Our control point is being captured.
Yeah, Ubering and a scout, they're always a viable thing onto last. A load of players getting cleaned up for red here. They're down by 3, no scouts, so they're really looking like they want to get flanked. And while they have got a demo man up and Roma and the pocket, they really pulling far back here. They probably may have to give up second point unless their spawns get here. The scouts are already on the point, but demo available to spam it out. But blue coming in here very strong, straight out of balcony, and completely cleaning up red here. Onkasha surfing away and surviving by getting into house there. There's some nice moves by him.
At the moment, scouts for blue team are just getting onto the point now. That's going to slow this push down a little bit. If the scouts were able to play a little bit closer to the team right there, I think the Hörn team would have been able to get the medic right there. Just a really sloppy push on to last by the Saints, losing 3 players and not being able to get out in a timely manner allowed them to basically go from their last to the other last.
Yeah, pretty much. But there's a couple of flags exchanged. In fact, both Ubers popped over in trash here, with blue Uber trying to get in, trying to kill that medic as it fades, but he manages to get out alive with Inko managing to get back to last. So blue just holding in trash at the moment, looking like perhaps they want to push in as soon as possible. Maybe a soft push. Blue haven't got any like pyro or heavy to defend, so they really could soft push this quite easily. There's no big difference between Ubers at the moment, and there's no difference in numbers either, so they could soft push, but it would be all a case of who has the better DM and who has the better positioning.
Yeah, right now it's a pretty standard hold for the Hörn team right here. They're, I believe, first opportunity to push last at this particular point. They're looking upper lobby. Rower's sort of poking upper left, and Demo nearly got caught out by a sticky trap holding over main by the exit side. Uber is now called for the red Medikaja. And we're going to see pretty even Ubers right here at this particular point. Buell is on Spy. We have our first Spy play potentially of the match.
Yeah, he sacrificed himself there to just try and get in. I think on the left side of spawn to try and do something. So they're just going to sort of hold this until he comes in with a Spy and see what he can do.
Yeah, at this particular point, I think a good opportunity would be to push right now and provide enough cover for Buell to sort of get in position. Although he's going to be able to walk in basically for free. He's sort of looking around, reconning. Oh, but he's going to get caught out by the scout right there. He got detected at the very last moment, so they know the spy's out there. That should be an indicator to the Saints right there that there's a pick class on the field. They should be able to have the DM ability right here.
Yeah, of course he could. Yeah, it looks like Blue are going to be pushing this. They want Bull to just get on the point as soon as those stickies have popped. See what he can do, but no, he's going to get caught out by the scout. Tries for the stair stab, gets completely destroyed. So that's a player down for the Hörn team. And Red can push this, but Hank gets taken down in main, and there's a lot of spam exchanged out of top lobby. But again, it just looks like it's going to be stalemated once again.
Yeah, that play sort of was botched as soon as Buell got detected coming out for his first decloak. Spy got a glimpse of him and it's like, hey, that's not one of ours. And basically, that sort of botched that play. They knew the Spy was out there, so they were pretty much prepared for it.
Yeah, what they could have done is they could have had the two Ubers interchanged and everyone on Red Team focusing on the Uber, and then just have the Spy walk in and back cap. But of course, because Red Team knew that there was a Spy around, they just had a scout just sat on the point watching for him, which of course is never good if you're a Spy. If someone knows you're there, that's the worst thing. But Red have pulled out the Pyro here. They look like they want to try and defend, but he's going back into spawn. Of course, it is an Uber v Uber situation once again, but he's doing the double scout Uber in. He's Ubering everyone in. Blue flashing it around so much here, but Denier and Smear get taken down really early, so that's one scout and one demo down.
Scout capture on the point. That's going to force everybody to collapse on the point, and a couple of casualties real quick, and that's going to allow the Hörn team to even this match up 1-1.
Yeah, that was a nice play by them there. They lost a couple of players early, but still managed to cap the point.
Which was really surprising considering the fact that they multied pretty heavily right there. I think they ran that Uber out in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was a ridiculous amount of multi in there, which is never advisable, but here it seems to work really well.
Yeah, we're seeing all this in the pretty good fight right here. Blue team was able to get onto the high ground first, even though Red Demo was there right away. Smear's going to be the first one to go down, followed by Cat. Chippy's going to be the first blue casualty at this particular point. Good DM all the way around. Oh, but there's a scout, I think, on the medic right here? No.
Yes, there was.
Oh, actually, okay.
Scout chased blue medic into the house, but got out, and the medic managed to avoid him. Still behind them, of course, so he will be... Yeah, he takes down Bull there, the Roma. So Hank able to get a kill, but gets shut down by Herpy and Deathliger. Of course, this has allowed Red's combo to be... But yeah, they get forced out by the amount of spam. And Blue losing a load of players there. Vians and Deathliger both going down. So the Uber's just going to be used to get his players out alive here for Inko, as he lost his position as his demo overextended. And Red just going to be able to recap this.
Yeah, that was a really good play, heads-up play by St. Hank to save that mid-fight right there. They were able to basically distract the blue team just long enough for that Uber to get built. They were able to push straight in. Ooh,
Inko went down.
Inko goes down.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big pick right there. Buell goes down as well. If they're able to cap Spire in a hurry, they might have enough opportunity to actually get in right here for free.
Yeah, they can just walk it straight in, because Kaja is on about 80%. So as soon as he gets this, if they walk straight in, it's going to be an Uber versus no Uber situation. And even though Blue perhaps want to pull out the Pyro, they just haven't at this moment.
Yeah, real interesting. Yeah, real interesting that Red Team decided to wait a little bit and let the cap happen instead of getting set up in position in upper lobby to set up that push beforehand. We see a heavy and a Pyro. Both scouts currently... Oh, we have an Uber on the left side.
Yeah, the Pyro tried to counter the Uber and just got completely shut down by the double scout Uber. Hank taking down Inko there, but the heavy trying to spam so much spam and so much damage coming out onto him now. He gets a couple of kills though, and a couple of players getting cleaned up for Red. There's so lit soldier and a so lit demo man on the point. Can the scout come in and clean up? Oh,
They were
so
somehow
close.
able to hang on to that. Hörn was able to respawn just in the nick of time to replace Deathlinger, who just went down, and they were able to get a technical 6K on that one, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. As Denio went down really early.
Yeah, so we're gonna get a reset right here. Basically, that was a total wipe on both sides. Bodies flying everywhere. So we're gonna have to wait and see what red team wants to do right here. There's a little bit of cap time on the point, but it's going away slowly but surely. So I don't
Yeah,
think
that really
that's gonna.
won't make much difference. There won't be any quick scout running in and just backcapping.
Yeah, it's gonna go away completely before they're able to set up for their next push right here. So at the meantime, what are we thinking?
Well, it's 1-1 at the moment. This could go either way, to be honest. I mean, blue team had a really good repush out of their last, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah,
All the way to the red, and with these Ubers once again stalemated in this last hold position. As Smear just says, fun game to cast, which, yeah, it is. It is quite, as it is just basically, it's 90% of the time has just been these stalemates on last. No one really wants to do anything.
Well, it's alright, it's alright. I mean, it's practice. So anyways, what I'm going to see right here is time is ticked down below the 10-minute mark, and the score's tight. It took him about, well, we're actually going to see a soldier sacrifice right here. Caps trying to make some map, wasn't able to get anything done with that, so we're going to see Caps off-classing momentarily. But what I'm seeing right now is these teams are not really... They have the fundamentals down at this particular point, but they are not quite picking up on the cues that they need to be able to push aggressively to set up forward holds while teams are capping. So right now, basically what I'm thinking is these teams probably, if one team suddenly picks up the pace and they start aggressively forward holding, they might be able to pull away with a couple of rounds.
I think they might have heard you as Saints coming into this top lobby now, this Uber versus Uber situation again, and Red just Ubering in their players and then Ubering them out again. Just trying to get that force and then maybe try and soft push this, but will Blue realise this and will they pull out the heavy? But no, it looks like Red going straight in again here. Trying to get that damage down onto Blue, but Miley goes down there, Herpy goes down, and Hank goes down as well. So that's 2 for Red down
Action
already.
all over the place. Scout Captain, oh, barely was able to get that stopping time. And it's just going to be Soldier right here setting up. Just able to clear enough space off of that point to make the cap and take it 2-1 in favor of the Saints.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by them. I'm not sure where their combo came from, but they just ran onto the point just at the right moment and got the cap there. But going on to this 4th mid of the game, which demo is going to be first? It is going to be pretty much almost exactly the same time there. Both coming out of house, both putting huge spam down on the game. No frags as of yet, but Blue looking like they want to get really aggressive onto that medic, and on Kadra and Denia go down to a double pipe by Deathliger. Gets a double kill with that. Miley and Smear immediately cleaned up. Caps and Hank not able to do anything as they haven't really got any health and they're just going to have to fall out. If Hank goes down here, which is looking very likely as he has 29 health in a full wipe, but no, he manages to get out alive.
Perfect aggression out of the Horn team. They got a little bit lucky with that double kill with the pipe, but you're gonna take the opportunities when they get it. They're gonna still let the scout caps, and they're gonna wait on Greybridge right here. This would have been the perfect opportunity to, well, there is a trap possibly right there on the main lobby door, but here they come right away. They're gonna push Uber in right now through the main. A lot of guys dancing around the point. Oh, Pyro comes in trying to find
down there.
Soldier went flying through the vent. He's going to be bounced around. Pinball Wizard, and he's going to get taken down. Chippy sort of got bounced around like they're in a blender.
Yeah, but Red losing a load of players. Hank's the only one up. It's just going to be a cap there from Vians. That was a nice push by them. They lost a couple of players early on, but then they managed to turn it around there and completely destroy Red team, who were pretty damaged. Of course, that Uber, an Uber versus no Uber is such a strong position to have.
Definitely, for sure. I like the way Horn woke up right there, and they were able to actually get pretty aggressive with that one.
Yeah, both demos doing exactly the same thing as they did last mid, so maybe this will work out differently. Maybe it won't, I don't know. But no frags as of yet. But Blue wanting to get that roamer in really aggressively onto that medic. He's taking a lot of damage, but Hank goes down. On Kaja goes down once again to a pipe from Deathliger, and Cap's getting taken down. Blue once again looking really dominant on these mid fights, but Inko taking down Denia with a nice crossbow. Red losing a couple of players, including their demo, and they get wiped out.
That's a 6K. That's a wipe, and that's going to allow the Horn team to basically do the same thing over again. They're going to be able to cap and push forward, but they're going to face a little bit more resistance that time. They took a little bit too long to cap, so they're going to be able to get Spire here, but they're not going to be able to get in as quick as they were in the previous round.
Yeah, Red looking like they sacrificed the scout out onto Spy to see if he could do something, but they've got that Pyro sat on last now, so they're pretty confident they can defend against this Uber. Once again, looking like they want to come in from main here. Whether that's advisable or not, because they don't have that pocket to jump up and give them height advantage, and Red's called them out. But here they come, they're coming in from main, the Uber's coming in, Pyro runs down, immediately starts reflecting the Uber away from his team, but gets shut down by P. But a couple of players going down on, player going down on both sides, and this looks like Blue coming in at the top eventually. Yeah, Onkaj gets taken down, it's just going to be a nice cap from Vians there.
Hello, Hörn. Where did this sudden aggression come from? They were able to, as before, they were able to push in. Pyro did a little bit better job of locking them out. That forced him to back up a little bit, but Demo, I think, had a trap in upper lobby main and didn't dead it in time. He would have had a pretty easy mid pick right there, but we're going to see the Blue Demo get to mid early. That's going to be good advantage for them.
Yeah, and of course Blue getting really dominant, but the double soldier bomb straight onto the medic. Deathliger goes down there. And Inko goes down as well to cap, so that would be the signal for Blue Team to fall straight out, and they have. They've kept their 4 players alive. No, they haven't. Ball goes down there. But Hank, Chippy, the double soldier bomb, the double soldier re-bomb from Blue there managed to get the medic.
Hello, check out the scout. He's got a couple of kills. He's got kill. He's going ham. He's got the wow. Hello.
That was ridiculous.
He's got right back in. Hello.
Beans and Herp working really well together, came in and just killed everyone who was on the point. That was a nice push from both teams there. Nice couple of pushes.
Just goes to show in competitive sixes, you better be on your toes all the time, otherwise you're going to get totally wiped out just like that. 2 scouts, a couple of quick meat shots, and away they go.
Yeah, of course, those scatter guns doing 100 damage a shot if you get meat shot. It's not a lot for you to die pretty quickly, especially if there's 2 of them. But Red looking like they want to hold the forward points, even though Inko's building pretty speedily there, so he's got a 25% advantage. So whether it's best if they hold forward, though of course aggression has been working out for Hörn at the moment, so maybe it's best if the Saints counter with their own aggression. Worked pretty well on that point until Hörn's scouts came in and cleaned up. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, right now the Saints currently holding in the main choke. Probably have a couple of players off to the flank side, keeping an eye on where the main combo for the Hörn team is at this particular point. Time is starting to become a factor. It's just ticked 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the match. And right now we see a red Uber popped in through the main house right here. This is going to be an interesting exchange. Beal's going to be the first one to go down to this Uber. We see... Ooh. Pretty interesting exchange. Miley went down very late. That's going to allow... It's going to allow the Hörn team to hold at this particular point. They're going to be able to push in, and this medic's going to be in a lot of trouble if they let him get away.
Yeah, Deathliger looking in a lot of trouble there. He jumped in really aggressively, but a load of players got onto him, but he manages to get out alive. In fact, Hank and Smith both going down, so this is going to... They don't get up very, very soon. It's looking like Blue are going to want to push straight in. They've got 50% Uber, but no, they're not going to do it because Hank and... No, in fact they are. They're coming straight in through main. Want to try and get straight on that point immediately because, of course, they've got that number advantage. Yeah, huge. Deathliger got a 5k? That was ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous, I would say, on that one. They were able to capitalize on a couple of pick classes not being able to come up in the nick of time, so they were able to start their push in right away and get a couple of kills real quick, and from there it was just a downward turn of events for the Saints.
Deathliger just putting out so much damage on that mid. It looks like he's actually woken up. He seems to be playing a lot better than he was at the beginning of the map.
Oh, but Kacha went down straight away to the roaming. Buell able to bomb in. He takes him out clean, and this is looking to be a lot of trouble for the Saints right here.
Yeah, they've lost everyone. In fact, yeah, that's a full wipe from them, whereas Blue Team only losing that Roma, and yeah, GGs are being called here on this map. They know they can't win now. It's 4-2, and there's only a minute and a half left, and it looks like Blue, with their huge advantage now, are going to try and make it 5-2.
Yeah, definitely, it's about to be mathematically impossible for the Saints to come back at all in this one, even to get it up to 4-4, and with the Hörn team able to push in for possibly their 5th point of the match. It's pretty much, yeah, it's all said and done, so time to break out the crazy stuff.
Yeah, that Uber coming in from main there. The soldier flanking the medic, but gets taken down by Deathliger, and yeah, that's a cap straight away by Herpy and Vians, the scout pair for Hörn. That makes it 5-2 with a minute left on the clock. Teams might not even turn up for mid there. They know that probably can't even get a cap with this little amount of time left on the clock.
There's always the stats to pad. There's always the stats to pad. And we're going to see... Well, the Red Rover's going to show up to the mid-fight anyway. Actually, demo, I should say. They're going to show up to the mid anyway. They're going to give it the old college try.
A couple of players going down there, though. Of course, Saints, once again, they started out with some good mids, but Onkaja taking out Inko there with a nice crossbow kill. That's the med-on-med action that you all wanted. Sweet med-on-med action, but yeah, a couple of kills taken down there, but of course not really a serious mid as there's only 20 seconds left. No matter how fast Blue move, they cannot cap both second and last at the same time.
Well, so they're going to go to shot.
Yeah, we're going to go straight onto Gully Wash here as soon as possible, I think.
Yep, I would imagine so. So the last little bits of DM sort of ringing out over there in Spire, and there goes the clock.
Yeah, nice match there. Saints looking like they had that early aggression, and they looked pretty good early on in the game. Getting 2 rounds. Got 1 round, and then they got a round, didn't they? But whatever happened to Hörn there, they just suddenly seemed to rev it up a gear and go really aggressive, especially on those mid fights, and that seemed to work really well for them.
Yeah, definitely they were able to start realizing a couple of advantages right there. I don't know if they happen to have the stream up, but they may have been looking and seeing that the Saints team not really giving them, not really coming out and holding forward. That's basically free territory for them to come out and capture. And definitely with Badlands, you want to be able to hold forward whenever possible.
Yeah, because of course when they were holding on the back hold, when they had advantage, they had to then move to the forward hold and then attack, which gave the Hörn team a lot of time to defend and a lot of time to build their own Uber. Yeah, we're going straight on to Gully Wash here, which is of course the second map for this week 1 game, and I think this map can be different.
Yeah.
Defensive holds work pretty well on this map, as of course. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's going to be a fun second map.
Yeah, definitely Gully Wash is a really different map from Badlands in terms of how it plays. Gully Wash is more, I would say, designed with the old Quake-centric design cues in mind. A much wider last point to attack into, but it's a really cramped dance floor around the point. Definitely favors the defensive team right there, but you have to keep an eye on a lot of different areas in order to make sure your pushes work.
Yeah, because of course those pushes from water, or the scout backcap from water, backcaps are absolutely terrifying on this map, especially if you're pushing out of last.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're just going to get some players in the server, and hopefully they'll start pretty quickly because, well, that was pretty close for more than half of that first map, so maybe this map will be close as well. But looks like we've got Saints still on red and we've got Hörn on blue, so no colour changes there, so I can keep calling them colours without confusing anyone. Excellent.
Yeah, always good when the teams are nice about that and they keep to the same colors, because like in North American playstyles, we switch sides after halves, which really can confuse the heck out of people if you're not paying the attention. Although
I don't understand why you do that. Just as an interesting question, I don't understand why you do that, because surely the maps are symmetrical.
I think I want to say it's to keep it fair, because I know there's a couple of issues with a couple of maps. I'm gonna throw Granary out there. There's a couple of goofs with the spawns, especially on the red side.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, and Viaduct, of course, has got that heavy little wall thing that you can shoot through on red team.
Yeah, and Viaduct. Yeah, and Viaduct's also not truly symmetrical. It's mirrored about itself in one way, and most 5CP maps are mirrored about the opposite way. I'm not sure what the technical term is, but I know it's different, so it makes sense for both these guys, or for both teams to have the same opportunity to play both sides of the field.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense now that you mention it. It's just not thinking straight. But of course, we don't switch sides because we don't have a half time. We just go straight onto the second map. So it's things like Granary, you always want to try and get onto the red side so you don't get those funny spawns. Or is the blue side? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's
probably
the
not
blue
helpful.
Side, because I think what the issue is with Granary is, I believe the forward hold at second, the forward spawn is, it's actually possible to get in through the roof if you're on the blue team. So it gets really nasty if a blue player decides to be a douche and bomb in through that way.
That sounds
Really,
horrific.
really annoying.
I'm so gonna have to try that as soon as possible in my next scrim. Get my Raymond to do
Although
it.
there's actually, I believe there's actually a fixed version coming soon. Although
Well,
that might have been that might be on the back burner because several of the map makers, I know Scorpion Uprising and Phi are making maps at this particular point. One or the other might have been working on a fixed version of Granary that also fixes a couple of symmetry issues. Like in main yard, there's the silos to the far left. They're not lined up exactly in the stock version, so
Yeah.
the holds are actually a little bit different right there.
Yeah, and I think I know there's a Granary_Pro and a Granary_Proist. I don't know. They haven't been adopted by either league though. We're still running default Granary.
Yeah, for the most
over
part,
here.
they're pretty terrible. And there they go. They're going to go live straight away for the second map. So, take it away, Ree.
Okay, yeah, this is season 15, sponsored by Blackout Gaming. Week 1 match between Hörn over on blue and the Saints over on red. This is Division 2, and it's going to be on Gully Wash. So nice mid starting out here. No frags as of yet. Blue looking like they want to get early aggression onto that nipple of point. But yeah, red losing a couple of players here. Lost a scout and a soldier at the moment, and yeah, on Kaja gets completely bombed there by Bull. But Chippy getting taken down, so there's a couple of replaced flags, but yeah, in fact, yeah, a nice couple of kills. It's 2-on-2. Denny only just got back up, so it's 2-on-1 really. And Medic and a demo, Deathlag has got that full buff. He's going to be able to kill pretty much anything. Yeah, they just look like they want to cap.
Yeah, but here come the scouts right back in, and generally demos aren't really good against scouts right here, and especially against two of them. Sort of just kind of dance around. Down goes Inko right there. Down goes the demo Deathleader, and now here comes two soldiers in to come in to save the day. And that's going to send the red scouts running for the hills. They're going to be coming out, and we're actually going to see an extended mid-fight right here. Here comes the red team right now. They're going to be able to get onto the main ground, and it looks like the Hörn team is going to say, let's back up. Let's keep everybody alive for the meantime, because their medic just came up right now. He's starting to build, so we're going to see a significant Uber advantage. Surprisingly, out of the
crits though. Kaja's on crits though, so they look like they want to. Yeah, they look like they want to crits in on top. Blue holding sort of all in the same place, but that crits comes in. Blue medic Inko must have seen that coming and is just backed all the way out. And Kaja gets taken down by Chippy there, but Deathliger goes down as well. So red looking like they're going to be able to cap this, but they've got no medic, and there's going to be a huge Uber disadvantage for them when they try and push this. So they're going to have to wait a lot.
They have a soldier and a demo pick at this particular point. If they can push in right now, they might be able to get a cheap one by right here. But the demo comes up right now. He's going to sticky up last, and really this opportunity lost right here for the Saints team to steal a quick point.
Yeah, but of course this is pretty much turning into the previous map where the Saints got that early couple of rounds and held up, wanted to push last in the first round quite a few times. It eventually worked out for them with a sort of sneaky little cap there by the scouts, and whether we'll see the same thing, because of course that water underneath the point, well, the area called water, is such a fun point for scouts to just run around in and just eventually just creep onto the point. And of course with that 2x cap ability, it's not long that they have to stand there.
Yeah, it goes by really quick at 2x speed, and definitely on the mid fight, these scouts for the Saints are pretty capable, I would say, in terms of raw DM. It looks like they're going to set something up right here. They're going to Uber in straight through the main shutter. We're going to see him sort of dancing around the point. Uber's now exchange. They're going to be, that's a bit of a soft Uber right there, just popping in to get the other Uber to be forced, and they're going to be setting up for another stalemate. Well, I wonder what the Saints have in mind for their next play.
Well, they did this quite a few times on the previous map. They'd Uber in, try and get blue to force, and then get out again with their Uber, stay alive, and then soft push in, but they don't appear to be doing that yet.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what they're doing. They're trying to build faster, I think, with that scout build. So maybe they're trying to go get like a 20% advantage, then go in with that and try and kill the medic before he gets it. But Inko holding such a far back, almost into spawn there, it's going to be very hard for them to do that.
Yeah, you can definitely get away with a really back hold right here on last, since the point is really tight right there. Well, here comes the Uber push right now. Medic was able to get into spawn right here, and they're going to rotate back around. Here comes the Uber pop exchange. Hello.
Yeah, that was
Inko able to make the cap right there. A couple of guys standing on the point, and
no, Smiz. Yeah, that was the Saints. They just sort of they Ubered in and forced them back into spawn, and then while they were still in spawn, just immediately got on the cap, which is what they needed to do. Of course, Blue had that Uber to defend with, but there's not much point having an Uber if they've already got the point.
Yep, pretty much. It's pop it, don't drop it, and you can drop it definitely by losing control of the point. We see this next Uber fight right here. Saints just completely zoning out the Horns team right there. Inko's down, Leaguer's down, Chippy's down. Pretty much anything that's of note for the blue team down right here. Soldier tries to bomb in onto top of the point. Here comes the scout right in, trying to zone out this medic right here. Keep him pinned down, and he's going to be in the corner. He's going to be caught out. Unconscious goes down by the Rocket of Buell, and now it's just this one scout left. Hello.
Yeah, the blue combo went down pretty quickly, and the red flanks went down pretty quickly. So it was a red combo versus blue flanks, and the flanks just managed to win out there with the scout eventually taking down the last player, and they're just going to try and cap this before red flanks get here.
Yeah, but there's one scout in underneath. Estedia wasn't able to get a scout taken down right there. He gets taken down by Chippy. They're looking to push flank right here. They finally get the point capped, and they're looking to be pushing choke right here. Where is the Saints team? They are sort of scattered around back of 2 right here, sort of that upper river section.
Yeah, that warehouse sort of bit up there, I think. That's what I always called it.
Yeah, that's an interesting setup for a warehouse. I wonder who designed that.
Admittedly. But I always thought the door looked like a warehouse door. So I don't know. But blue holding pretty far back, but they look like they want to come in now. They've got that Uber, so... But of course, with red holding so far back, they've got that huge height advantage.
Able to build. Oh, Soldier bombed in straight away on the medic. Was able to hang on to it just long enough, and now we're going to see a pretty even Uber exchange right here. I think the red Uber's going to run out right here first. Good milking by Inko, the medic for the Horns.
Yeah, there's a couple frags going there. There's 3-on-3 once again, though. But yeah, Inko gets taken down there with a nice kill by Smear. And in fact,
now it's a demo on Scout. This is not good for the demo. Death Leaguer goes down to
We've
Scout.
got one player up on the entire map, and it's just Denia.
Everybody died on that push. And he thought about capping it, but then he's like, hey, wait a minute, I need help. I should probably go get help.
Of course, blue managed to get that forward spawn, and they're just going to chase him out of it.
Oh, the scout's gonna hide. Oh, he tried to pull a fast one of Beans right there, and Beans is gonna have none of it. He got a shot in straight away.
Yeah, red look like they want to actually come in and fight this though. They've got that double soldier there, but that choke's just getting absolutely spammed out and losing both their soldiers. Scout getting launched straight up into the air, but not able to do anything. Gets taken. What? Bull taking down Smear with a backstab.
Whoa, hello! Look at the spy come onto the field.
Yeah, the only one up there is Kaja, who's of course not going to be able to do anything as medics find it very hard to out DM scouts and soldiers. I know from experience.
Yeah, for sure. And now Buell's actually still alive. Oh, but he got caught straight away. He walked through main. He got shot. He's gonna get flushed out right here, and down he goes. And that's gonna be a stall push right here for the Horn team. You don't really want to push down a player against a sniper right here, even though is that a crit? Oh, that's an Uber. Here they come in straight away. Anyway, they're gonna be able to get the medic zoned out. Stuck in the far backfield. Unconscious goes down. Scout's going to be able to flush in, try to keep a couple of guys pressed down. Soldier and Medic going to be dancing on the point. They both get taken down at the exact same time, but a Scout's going to be able to come in late, clean that one up, and we're going to be all square 1-1. 22 minutes left to go in the second game.
Yeah, there was a sticky trap on point, which Blue just completely ignored, but didn't really make a difference there because the demo was the only one alive at the end, and that Scout just was able to run on. But pretty solid, pretty standard mid here from Vians, who I'm watching at the moment. But Blue looking like they've really got that early aggression onto that nipple, and they've got both their soldiers up there, and that's available to do so much. But Red with the re-push, Scout in on their medic though, but he just gets taken down. But oh, Deathliger getting on Kaja there with a nice sticky, and yeah, that's 5 down for Red. 6 down for Red, that's a full wipe there. Blue once again taking this mid fight. They're getting that good aggression out nice and early, and then they're just cleaning up with their players. They've left a scout to cap, and they're already pushing onto second here. That forward hold, once again, as you said, just working so well for them here.
Yeah, what caught the Saints out right there on that particular push is they tried to go for the blue team's chokehold, and basically that sort of all zoned them into one little section. They sort of got out DM'd. It's definitely easier to focus fire onto one general area than it is to sort of spray everywhere, MacGruber style, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, but of course, because this map is so short, it allows the fact that this Uber is coming straight in here with the Saints only on 40%, and on Kaja goes down there to Vians, and they've lost 3 players. They're probably not going to be able to hold this as it's 2 up. Smear and Hank are the only ones that are alive, and Smear goes down. Hank's on 3 health. You can't out DM 4 players when you're on 3 health. It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
So that's another cap there for the Hörn team, and we're going to carry straight on to make this the 4th mid of the game map. Just going to see who turns up first.
I'm currently on board with Deathleader right here. He's got a pretty decent rollout at this particular point. I'm going to see some stickies coming out from the red demo first. We're going to say he gets in there first. And they're going to be spamming generally all over the place right here.
Yeah, but red losing a couple players early. They've lost their demo already, which is going to be really unhelpful. They've lost a scout and a soldier as well. There's only a scout going down for blue there, and they're just walking straight out of red are just retreating. They know they can't defend this with 3v5. It just doesn't work. Blue looking like they want to get that really aggressive hold though. They want to jump their soldier in. Red, of course, already holding back into that warehouse area. Just getting spammed out there. Maybe it's not the best thing for them to be. So much damage coming down, but they've got their demo now, so... you know, who knows?
Yeah, definitely weren't able to wake up a lot earlier in the second game than they were in the first, and we're going to see Uber's Exchange dancing around on the main dance floor right here. Venus and Buell both get taken down by Hank. Double shots right there. Smear gets taken down by Deathlinger, and now we're going to see sort of the demo sort of spamming out his way, trying to get out, but he gets taken down by Venia. They're going to be able to push back into choke right here. There's going to be a soldier and a scout along with the medic for the blue team right here just to hold this team back. I believe they're going to be able to cap mid right here, but they're not going to be able to go much further than that. Failed push for the Hörn team.
Yeah, they lost way too many players there. And while they are holding on choke with the double soldier, they haven't got any demo up, they haven't got any sticky traps, whereas red might just be able to just spam stickies and things straight through choke and just put out so much damage, but their demo's finally up here. And of course, it's pretty much they're both holding their side of choke pretty close, so both getting that aggressive holdout with Inco did have 100%, whereas Onkaj are only on 95, so they could have pushed theoretically, but I wouldn't have advised it.
Yeah, definitely
Too
on this.
close.
Yeah, definitely in this particular hold, it's a pretty standard one, but with the close quarters proximity of both the medics, generally if you Uber in straight away, you're going to get the verbal cue a lot sooner than you would be able to see the glowing of the other players, so... Ooh, Buell gets taken down on the side. Demo, they're actually going to be pushing it through garage. They are able to snooker the blue team right there into thinking that they were going to push in choke. They're going to get a couple of kills right here. Oh, the Caps get taken down. Smear's down already. Was a good idea to start out with, but definitely the DM skill of the Hörn team able to zone them out right here.
Yeah, too many players jumped in for red there, and of course they just ran away from that Uber. Their medic could not get close enough to them to save them. And blue and Hörn are just going to be able to recap this mid, and we're almost in exactly the same position. But blue are holding the choke, whereas red are holding back in that warehouse area once again.
It's like looking through a mirror. It's just pretty much the same thing, just different colors, pretty much, I would think. But anyways, enough philosophy out of me for the time being. We're gonna see a hold for the Saints right here. They're just gonna be holding right here with the soldier and the demo on the main side. Everything else hanging out in flank, and they're actually the scouts are pretty backed up far. They, I think, maybe realized that the garage push is pretty viable, so they're wanting to protect against that, keeping their scouts into cover.
Yeah.
Ubers are pretty even at this particular point, I would think.
Yeah, they're
We're
both
gonna have to
on
wait
100.
for.
Sorry, carry on.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Just really gonna have to sit and wait. Maybe break out roll of quarters here or something. Whatever denomination one would use over in Europe for. What do they call them? Gosh,
Pennies,
I don't know.
euros, cents.
I don't know. What do you plug into for parking? I don't know.
Well, of course, we've all got different money over here.
Yeah. So take a sec. We're breaking out the roll. We're breaking out the roll of coins. We're parking the bug.
Yeah, of course, Hörn got the most points here, so yeah, of course they can park the bus, but whether they want to keep going and whether they want to get those points, I think they do. Of course, it's a lot easier to park the bus if you've got 4 points above the player.
Well, here we go. Here's their decisions. Romer's going to sacrifice him straight away, get that initial force, and now we're going to see the Uber's exchange right here onto the demo man. They're going to dance around the point. This medic is going to get really zoned out. He gets taken down and dropped down. Chippy gets the kill shot onto Onkanja. Now the Roman soldier's going to try to bomb in. Chippy! He's got 3 HP. He's going to get taken down by Miley. And we're going to see just raw DM right here. Here comes... Well, Stank thought about coming in, but realized the other medic Inko was still up, and that was going to be a suicide play right here. This demo is going to get caught out potentially right here. That's going to be Deathleaguer able to stay out for the time being, and we're going to see an extended battle right here. Soldier bombs it straight away onto St. Hank, gets him taken down. And I think the Horns team is going to get the better of this one.
Yeah, it looked like they've got that point. Of course, that on Kaja getting caught out, he got body blocked by Deathlag Zuba, and he just, of course, could not escape from that.
And then he tried to come in late to get Inko. Got a couple of good shots in on
but
him.
Kaja going down there to Chippy. I'm not quite sure where that happened, but he got taken down, and of course, that leaves Inko with 100% advantage, pushing on to last. Red haven't even got their medic up yet.
Yeah, Saints are in significant trouble right here, and they're gonna have to hang on for dear life with 4 kills against a full Ubercharge. Here it comes. It's gonna be a Pyro trying to body block for the life of him. Denia gets taken down. Here comes the heavy weapons guy. He's gonna try to zone out this roamer. He gets taken down by the scout. Heavy doing some work right there, but then gets taken down by Deathleaguer. The Sticky's just too powerful against Raw Flesh and Fat Man. Something's hanging out in the backfield. It's gonna be a Devil and Trap.
Oh, nice.
But unfortunately, they ran out of bodies, they ran out of stickies, they ran out of pretty much everything, and the Horn team are going to be able to take this 3-1.
Yes, of course, we've got 15 minutes left on the time, so it's only halfway, so we could be seeing a 6-1, which of course, because of course over in Europe we play to first to 5 ahead. So Red Demo looking like he wants to come in here, whereas Blue on the choke there. Red looking like they want to get really aggressive straight up through that really close door, but Blue really able to defend that with huge amounts of spam coming out. No players really getting killed though. Smear, but on Kaja going down once again to Deathliger. And again, Herpy and Inko, the only ones up. But it's a double scout versus scout and medic. And it's medic versus scout. Is he going to be able to do anything?
Oh, the Uberstar comes out. Ooh, no.
Hank able to get that medic and that scout down and pretty much able to cap this, I think, before Blue even get here. You can hear the rocket jumping coming in, but they're not able to do it.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to cap this point, and they're gonna be able to hang on to it for the time being. A couple of guys came in right here. The second scout came back in. Here comes the soldier, and now they're gonna be looking choked right here. They're gonna be looking to push right here. Want to say there's actually not much presence for the Horn team at this particular point in the game.
They're all up in warehouse once again.
Gotcha. Pretty common hold, I would think, right here. And here comes a soldier bomb right there. Wasn't able to get a good shot onto anything. He gets taken down.
And now 3 down from Horn. Kaja on about 20% advantage, and Blue just capping this point. And they've already got Scout on last.
Scout got in on the backfield, and he was able to get a couple of quick kills. He was able to say, "Hello, forget about me."
Yeah, that was
It's gonna be 3-2
nice
right
cap
here.
by Denia there. Came in, out DM'd the player on the point, and then still managed to get that cap. We take it to the 6th minute of this game, so not going to be quite the role that Horn were expecting up until this point. But, let's take another round.
Horn, we're looking good to get 6 points off of this match right here, but
oh, a nice air shot there from Bull. Just going to put that out. That's lovely.
Yeah. At this particular point, Saints were able to take that. They were able to take that choke roll out again, but Kaja goes down straight away, about halfway through that mid-fight, and I would think these two guys, these scout in the demo, would want to evacuate the premises, but they're going to stay in. They're going to try to make something happen. Then he gets taken down. Demo bombs in straight away onto the medic. Got not a whole lot on that one.
Yeah, that was
about 60
really nice
health right.
bomb from Chippy there, straight onto on Kaja game, and got taken down like immediately. It was such an early thing. Of course, Blue able to push straight onto this second with the huge advantage they've got, as on Kaja was the only one up for a good 3 or 4 seconds there, and of course he can't defend anything.
Yeah, they definitely got embarrassed on that last cap, letting a scout sort of get all the way underwater and back cap successfully. So we're going to see the Saints set up with a full defensive hold right here. St. Hank is on the dominant side, left with the heavy. Here comes the Uber pop in straight away. Miley gets taken down right away. Down goes the heavy. The medic sort of backed up to the left side. Soldier ran in through water. Everything dies on the point. Stickies. Oh my goodness. There's parts everywhere. But unfortunately, there's just one soldier left, and
Caps couldn't quite kill everything. He got a 2 or 3k there, and of course Smear and Deathlag are both going huge. But is that a pause? I think it is a pause. Yeah.
Yep, it is a freeze, and this is probably 90 seconds into the future, so somebody probably dropped during the mid-fight.
Yeah, that's obviously not going to be really fun for them, because of course in that mid-fight you need all 6 players in the 6v6. Apparently Smear, which is the Saints demo man, apparently he crashed, so it's really not helpful if your demo man crashes. The worst crash though is of course the medic when he crashes it when he's got 100% and drops his Uber because of leaving the server, which is never fun.
Definitely not very fun at all. Well, there's exactly 3 players left at this particular point. Shall we do a hack comparison?
I would, but there's a nice flaming white painted throw over for Deathliger. I don't know what that one's called. Hang on.
I think it's like the throw or something.
Yeah, the 2 soldiers have got pretty base hats, so nothing there, nothing interesting there. It's just this nice flaming throw for Deathliger, but pretty standard for the other 2. Pretty boring. Ugh.
Yeah, well, unfortunately,
Trade, guys,
the hat. Yeah, the hat with no name and whatever this one hat is kind of interesting.
Fukigamasa or something like that.
Yeah, but check out the beards on the demo hat. I mean, are the soldiers, I would say, pretty spiffy beards, I would say.
Yeah, we've got a pirate captain's beard, a sea captain's beard, sorry, and a I'm gonna call that a homeless beard. Yeah, that looks pretty homeless there. Nice mustache though.
Yeah, Chippy definitely rocking the old West setup right here, and we're gonna see the pause get off right here. And unfortunately, with pauses in Source Television, the HUD is going to be broken for a couple of minutes right here, so we're going to have to wing it right here for this next mid-fight. I believe this would be the 7th one?
Yeah, it's going to be the 7th one. Of course, because everyone died right at the end, there's no skating around, which is always fun. But, again, a pretty standard mid-fight, a lot of damage to getting taken down. Bean's the first one to drop though, and Chippy getting taken down as well, but On Casual once again goes down to Bull. He's getting bombed so many times. Red really should learn to deal with him. Deathliger getting the 3k once again onto Smear, Denier and Hank, and it's a full wipe for Red with only a couple of players down for Blue. They're just going to cap this and walk. Yeah, they're really good. They're going to get all 3 of them on the cap and try and cap this as soon as possible, try and get their players forward spawns.
Yep. Right now, actually on my screen, I'm seeing the blue demo right now, sort of surfing about. He sort of got that flying animation going, and his shadows are completely forked. So interesting glitch right there. Oh, but Caps gets taken out right there. Tried to bomb into the medic, wasn't able to get anything done. I can't tell how much health he's got. He's actually full health right there for the medic. Got full Uber, got full health. He's pretty happy right now.
Yeah, because of course your HUD gets completely ruined by the lovely little pause that the players do. But yeah, there we go. That's the call for pause. The Saints have crashed with their demo man on last point. Not a good place to crash, because of course he won't have any of those sticky traps set up, so he can't even hope for a sticky traps demo crash. A sticky trap med drop, should I say? And yeah, Blue just coming straight in here with the double scout Uber once again, getting a couple players down though for Blue.
Yeah, but Smear was able to actually zone a couple of players out on that particular point, but right now, just a soldier hanging out in Ripper. That was Chippy. He gets taken down late, and good timing on the pause right there. They were actually able to get the demo in just in the nick of time. They're going to be able to push right back out. Just 2 spawners coming up right now. 2 people still up for the blue team. They're not going to be much of an issue right here. They're going to be looking to push Garage right here. Well, actually, we're going to see Cap sort of dance around. Going to check out the situation.
Yeah, Red looking like they want to post in front, but Deathliger with a nice sticky trap takes down Red's pocket there, and in fact takes down the other soldier as well, who bombed in at that exact moment. Of course, Red with no soldiers there, they've got no spam advantage, and they cannot spam out point. Blue taking their combo in through Garage here. Smear taking down there with a nice pipe, but not able to do anything, gets shut down by Herpy and Deathliger. But a scout coming in on Blue's medic Inco, but gets air piped by Deathliger. That's Hank down, and that's 3 down for Red, with a huge time for their players to get back up, and Blue with that Uber just wanting to push straight onto last here, but Kaja just gets his now, so it's going to be an Uber versus Uber situation, once again pushing into last. We've seen this so many times this match, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that one would have probably gone to Horn's favor, but they weren't able to get a couple scouts in the nick of time to speed up that cap, so we're going to see a full defense for the Saints right here. They thought about bringing out the heavy weapons guy with Hank. They're actually going to switch him back to Scout, and they're actually going to be looking to make a forward hold right here. The Saints looking to get a little aggressive right here with their holds right here. A couple of traps sticking on the main shutter door.
Yeah, Red holding forward in the lobby there, which It is, of course, if you let that scout get behind you and he runs straight into river, it's a point capped. This is where back caps are absolutely terrifying, but they're still...
Well, they've actually left a player behind, I think. The Saints might have left a player behind. They've actually left both their scouts behind. I think they actually have an Uber Force exchange right here. The Hörn team basically brute forcing this particular point right there, but they're going to get caught out behind a river. Soldier bombs in late onto the demo man, tries to get him taken down right there. Oh, but the medic tried to stand on the point to sacrifice himself, and we're going to see another point go towards the Hörn.
Yeah, blue Ubered in behind red there, and red popped their Uber and panicked, running back to support, running back to last, but weren't able to do anything, and the demo man just came up and cleaned up once again. Deathliger with that amazing pipe aim, and that sticky spam very nicely. Looking like
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
just looking like a pretty standard rollout from blue here. They lost their player early, and the bomb coming in from red soldiers not really happening. But they've lost a couple of players now. Perhaps maybe they want to run out. But Deathliger taking down Miley and Hank and Caps as well with a 3k on this mid. Deathliger going absolutely huge this map, and maybe that'll allow them to retake this point. But with on Kaja on 90%, it's looking unlikely. They look like they just want to repush as soon as possible.
Yeah, that was going to be a significant advantage for the Saints right there, right up until that amazing 3k out of Deathliger right there. They're able to hang on to this point for the time being, but it definitely saves them from suddenly having to defend second right here. Definitely the ball is in the Hörn's court right here. They're going to be looking to set up their next play pretty soon, I would think. Sort of looking choke.
Yeah, well, they've got 6 minutes, and that is a pretty long time. But yeah, they popped out of garage, but blue have their medic pretty far back, so they're just going to be able to chase the players out. But with that demo man still on choke, they're not able to actually chase him too far. It's that demo spamming from elbow, putting out huge amounts of damage onto choke, but a couple of bombs there.
Kaja went down on the side to her. Couple of good plays right there for the Hörn team right there. Gonna be able to catch this last scout out, Denia. He's gonna be running for the hills. He gets shut down by Buell right there. Gets him taken down. They're gonna be able to cap mid. They're gonna be pushing in right away. But a couple forward spawns right here for the red team right here. Not able to get the cap just in the nick of time. Red medic able to get up. He's gonna be building up right away.
Control point is being contested.
Yeah, of course they've got that scout and that demo man in the forward spawn.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that, and they're actually gonna take the wise way out. They're gonna teleport back to base, switch classes, switch back. No problem.
Time has been added.
Yeah, that of course. They perhaps could have held that because they did have a couple of players. Did have a couple of players in warehouse and a couple of players in forward spawn, and they could have really pincered the blue team who were all on the point. But of course, blue realised this and managed to get their medic out into cover quickly enough as soon as they saw those people peek out of forward spawn. But blue's Uber gets forced really early here. But red losing a load of players. On Kaja only on about 80%, and he gets taken down by Vians, and that's 3 down for red. And they're blue are just gonna really be able to walk in here with these heals and just completely destroy and just walk onto point and get another cap. That takes it 6-2. That means it's match point here for Hörn, as they only need one more cap blast to win the map and the match overall, as it will be a 6-0 on ETF2L. So yeah, we'll see how this 8th mid is going to go. It's 6-2 at the moment. If it goes 7-2.
So we're going to see the next mid fight right here. Saints again going for that chokehold right there, but they're just going to get completely outzoned right here. Going to be flanked multiple angles by the Hörn team. They're going to be dancing all over the place, but the first casualty is going to be Deathliger. Hank was able to get all up in his face, get him taken down. Chippy gets taken down on the side, but now we see the counter bombs right there. On Kaja gets taken down by Buell right there. Absolute bomb fest. Ooh, and I think... Nope, that was a finish off. Okay. I thought right there 2 soldiers managed to finish each other off with their mutually assured destruction rockets or magic. Scout coming in right here. Ribbons takes out St. Hank. He's got a soldier left to take out, and he's running away with the escape plan. Able to get to the medkit at this particular point. He's going to be dancing around. He's going to be looking for this scout right here. This is going to be basically for the point right here. But Caps realized that there were spawns coming in, tried to turn and run away, but not quite able to do so in the nick of time. We're going to see the Hörns going for the kill right here.
On that middle together, Inko managed to survive, whereas on Kaja went down. So of course, Inko with a 50% Uber advantage here, with red putting that back hold in that warehouse. But yeah, they're looking like they want to get straight out here. They know they've got a huge disadvantage. They want to get on last and try and get that Uber up as soon as possible so they can defend. but it's not looking likely at the moment, as Blue already looking like they want to push in from lower lobby. Yeah, it's coming straight in. That bomb's going to try and get on the medic. They're going to try and keep him alive. Con Cadre on 90%. Looks like he's going to go down. Yeah, still alive somehow. But there,
Somehow
he gets
it's
down.
just St. Danny at the last here. He's going to be surrounded by 5 guys, and there's the kill shot right there. Good games all around. 2 minutes, 34 seconds to spare on the clock, and that's going to be a 7-2 score line. 6 points on the board in the ETF2L standings for the bracket.
Yeah, so that's a victory for Hörn. And I believe John said at the beginning somewhere that we might be able to get an interview with Deathliger, who is Hörn's demo man. I'm not sure if that's still on the table or not, John. Can we get some confirmation of that? Okay, he's just going to ask for him, so we might be able to get a quick interview and ask. Well, basically, because Deathliger was he did a lot of work on these mids here on Gully Wash, and quite a lot of work on Badlands as well. Once he sort of looked like he'd woken up a little bit. So we'll see what he has to say, if he's going to play or not, if he's going to come in and talk to us or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, pretty close match there.
Definitely pretty close to start out with, and I think the endurance got a little bit to the Saints right there. And at the same time, the Horns woke up and they were able to just sort of outpush the Saints team in pretty much every single case right there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much all good.
Yeah. So, do you think they sort of heard you a little bit, and Hörn sort of started getting that forward hold aggression? Because to me, it looked like they did. And I've just seen Deathliger join our mumble, so Deathliger, welcome.
Hello.
That was a pretty good game for you there, you in particular, as you did a hell of a lot of work on quite a few mids and put out a hell of a lot of damage. If we could see logs, I'm guessing you did.
Yeah, it was pretty. I liked it a lot. I was just like calling for Tuinko that I was just gonna go passive and not really do much, like I was doing the first 2 middles, and it was working.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Did you have any particular strats? Because I mean, it was what, 5-2 the first game, or 6-2?
Yeah, it was 5-2, yeah.
And 7-2 this game. It looked at the beginning of both maps. It looked quite close with the Saints getting the first round of both maps, but then your team pretty much they seemed to get really aggressive, and it just seemed to work quite well for you.
Yeah, it was. People were like psyched and stuff. People were a bit nervous. I think like it was the first game of the season, so yeah. I don't have much to say about that.
That's fair enough. Did you get any good kills on your point? Any nice pipes?
I don't know really. Like there was a part where like both scouts were rushing us in the door, and like both of them with stickies. That was pretty nice.
Pretty sick. I'm not sure if John caught that or not. I know I didn't. I know I didn't kill it. But yeah, so it was a nice game for you. Of course, you spoke about nerves, as it is the first game of the season for a lot of people tonight. This is of course Division 2, which is pretty high. So would you say that it's a lot more nervous for you in Division 2 as it is compared to someone, say, in Division 6 or 5?
I don't know. Like personally, it is a bit like it's with a completely new lineup and with a completely new team. Like I haven't actually played a season as demo man before, like Div 6 myself. I've been playing Soldier most of the time, so it is quite new, and it is really interesting to play with new people and stuff.
Yeah, so you say you're a completely new team. I think, if I remember rightly, on ETF2L, Saints are pretty new as well. This is their first season together. So, do you think there was any? Do you think you could see this in playing against them? Because you see bits where they perhaps weren't calling correctly together, and perhaps their teamwork could have been better. The same for your team, of course.
Yeah, I spotted sometimes with some just like going in. It sounded or looked more like there were calls being ignored by bromers or scouts. It was weird, like most of the times. Yeah.
All right, Kinch, have you got anything to ask? I've exhausted my supply of questions here.
Unfortunately, I'm about as good as interviews as I am at, say, Heavy, so I'm just gonna say, hey, Death, pretty good job tonight. You got any shoutouts for us?
Shout out to my mum.
And she sounds like a wonderful woman. So I'm going to close this up now, because I think it's pretty much it for tonight, John. So I want to give a big shout out to Blackout Gaming, who of course is sponsoring Season 15. think that's going to be it, to be honest. I haven't got any shout-outs. Kinch, have you got anything?
Nope, just thanks to Blackout TV, Russian, John for letting me hang out with you guys. I know being across the pond, possibly a little bit of lag issues occasionally here and there, but I think we did pretty good tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was alright. I also want to give a big thank you to Deathlagger for coming in and trying to understand my questions, which I phrased particularly badly tonight. But yeah, thanks, Death.
I was really good. Happy to be here.
Okay, so yeah, we've been Blackout Gaming TV. I've been Reishi. We've had Inch with me on the microphone, borrowed from XTV, and we've had Gion1155 capturing the glorious moments on screen. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to close this now.
See you!
Now all I can see is chaos and confusion and panic.
Preliminary tests indicate
Our future. That's right.
I shall do my best.
Attempt to stimulate the consciousness.
Tell me, how in the world you get all those things done?
Difficult, but not impossible.
I wear my hat down, I'm acting like I've got no fear. I'm wondering who will be here when the smoke clears. I lost a girl to a city, she used to kiss me. Now I'm wondering if she missed me. Yeah, and see the flow's unbelievable. I see my dreams, I wonder if it's all achievable. Yeah, check, you know that I'm the dope one. You can find me so gone at motion. Eyeballs looking like I seen a ghost. But that's just this girl Mandy, I know. She pops out the dark when I never need her. See my ex act sober like I never seen her. Then heavily I feel about the Hurricane Katrina. Then the tune comes in, I'm singing double diva. Yeah, the rhymes are fresh like I done got a cleaner. I ain't a throwaway rapper, bitch, I'm a keeper. L-I-N-G-U-I-S-T I-C-S, snap your neck if you get me. And if you want more swing, yes please, doing what I do best, so don't test me. L-I-N-G-U-I-S-T I-C-S, snap your neck if you get me. And if you want more swing, yes please, doing what I do best, so don't test me. See, I'm back now, let me put the facts out. Hyping up a fat crowd, that's wild, and I guess that's how I get the inspiration. I used to be a kid, my mother wondered who would save him. And that's coming from the woman that made him. I hit 13 and changed like the pressure just caved in. It's like my brain couldn't treat the pain. I guess that's what made the boy that you see today. And I ain't never gonna stop like till I'm in the spotlight. Heading to the top till I've lost sight of anyone who ever doubted me. You know that I'm about my beats, I'm banging at the door, but now I found the key. No excess flows and dumb music. My dreams there, get set, go and run to it. Some got skills and some are just useless. Not me, I'm part of the ones that use it. With a love for the music, sing it. L-I-N-G